What's good, y'all? So we're gonna do a little walk around, little view of the IS. So 2011 335 IS. Of course, you gotta know, gotta be manual. Got her in the crimson red. Got winter wheels on right now, so you don't get to see the beautiful 313Ms, but these will do. These are just M3 reps, so nothing too beautiful. But getting inside, we'll see. This baby is fully optioned out, so every option available. We have non-working PDC and the sunshade that will go up but doesn't go down, so we don't press that button ever. Only interior mods really are CHP shift knob. We have an Alcantara boot, and then full Alcantara, completely Alcantara, flat bottom M3 wheel. Got out of a part out, but yeah, she's pretty nice. Go ahead and give you guys a startup, and then I'll do a little walk around, show you guys everything done to it. Oh yeah, as you hear, she's definitely not stock. Let her idle down a little bit so you can actually fucking hear me. Yeah. Nice. But once this tames down a little bit, I'll give you guys a rough idea of what all we got done to her. Any second, it'll do the switch. Any second. So I still have normal cold start on, even though you guys probably can't see, but there's no more cats. So cold start, the whole idea is to try to warm up your cats, but obviously we don't have this. It's not an issue, but let's see what the idle's at. It's probably at like 700 or so. No, she's dropped. It's just loud as shit. Well, yeah, ignoring the loud ass direct injection ticks, pretty simple setup. It's just your average full bolt-on setup. So we have our charge pipe right here. I went with a BMS charge pipe. We got a tile blow-off valve. I routed this straight under the air box, that way it's nice and clean. Got a brand new valve cover, brand new coolant reservoir, new rad line, new upper rad. Ignore the zip ties. Then we have a set of VRS down pipes. It's going to be hard for you to see. I don't know if you can see that, but we got a front mount intercooler. I went with the 7.5 race intercooler because I am planning to go single turbo very soon. I'll show you guys what I got so far for that in a little bit. Still running stock airbox because I'm only full bolt-on, and I don't give a shit about boost noises as much as I'd rather have a closed box setup. But yeah, that's pretty much it for under the hood. It looks pretty stock, and that's exactly how I want it to be. Don't forget, we got active steering because she's fully optioned. If we go ahead and take a little walk inside, show you guys the beautiful 313Ms. So there they are. It might be hard for you guys to see. I don't know what all you can see, but I'm running Pilot Sport 4S's on them. Those are my my summer wheels. Currently I got on the winters, but we got floating center caps. I gotta throw those on. I'll throw that when I put my my summers back on. We got a ceramic X clutch, got that from a buddy. We got a full stage 3 fuel pump, got that from Matt Sorensen. That's got a hop switch as well. So that's dual 450s. That should be plenty for my setup. Let's get inside. Gotta take the shoes off. Come on now. No, we're respectful like that. But yeah, this is the interior. It's pretty nice. Quick flex for y'all. Not one, but two working cup holders. Fuck yeah, bit. But yeah. My seatbelt thingies, when I first got the car, and this has been almost under a year in my ownership. When I first got the car, they worked. Now they don't. So, you know, that's just the joy of owning a BMW, I guess. But that's nothing new. This is my second BMW, so pretty used to the bullshit. I'm a little tall, so we're gonna see how well this works out. But my plans are to go single turbo, hopefully in the spring. So it's currently coming out of winter. We're in very early February. So the plan is to be single turbo, hopefully by the summer, if not by summer, by the end of the summer. Just purely so I can do it during warmer weather. Nobody wants to be fucking single turbo when it's, well, it's actually a nice day out. It's 42, but nobody wants to be single turbo when it's 30 degrees out. But that being said, my plans are to go Frenchie Fab, a custom tubular kit. He's a local fabricator near me. I'm in Pennsylvania, but plan is to go through him, get a tubular kit. I'm not looking for any crazy power. I'm more just aiming for around 500, 550 wheel. Sorry, just gotta make sure this actually looks fucking okay. But the goal, like I said, is 550-ish, and that's wheel, but that's gonna be on pump. So ideally with full E85, gonna be looking at around 600, 650-ish. So that's if I need to turn it up a little bit and play against the big boys. But I'm not really looking to do that very often because this is still stock block. She's pretty high up there as in miles. We are at 158, so she's definitely had her life. But I'm trying to keep this thing as happy as she can be and let her enjoy some boost every once in a while, if you understand what I mean. But yeah, no, I take very good care of this thing. Yeah, she's high miles, but I don't think I've done an oil change below like 3,000 miles. I usually change it every 1 to 3K. Yeah, that might be overkill, but rather be safe than sorry when it comes to oil. Can't change oil too often. So yeah, I think in my ownership I've changed the oil more than I've done anything else as far as the car. But one of the first things under my ownership, I got a new battery. Next was the oil pan because it was fucking pissing oil, and while I was doing the oil pan I was like, well, gotta do downpipes. I should have done motor mounts, probably would have been a good idea while I'm there, but the issue is I'm like, you play the game, you play the while I'm there game. Before you know it, it's motor mounts, and the next thing you know, you're doing fucking rod bearings. So I decided just to do oil pan gasket, serpentine belt, and downpipes, like I said. A little heel toe for you, even though she's cool. But yeah, went ahead, did all that, and after that, well, I already had the intercooler installed. That was one of the first things I did. But after all that, then went ahead and just kind of enjoyed the car, enjoyed the more power, enjoyed Stage 2 Plus. You know, it's not anything insane, it's just an OTS, but for what it is, this car definitely scoots, man. It is by no means slow, but in retrospect to single turbo, it's pretty slow. But I'm just on pump 93 right now. I'm on 93 Stage 2 Plus, V10 Plus, MHD. So nothing anything crazy, but this is probably, I'd say, your average N54. Full bolt-on, downpipe, intercooler, charge pipe, whether that be a 5-inch or a 7.5 intercooler. It's all relative when you're stock block and stock turbos. But yeah, I'd say my turbos are 100% trying to kill themselves. I'll peak around, oh god, I'll peak around like 17-ish, maybe 18 on a good day. So they're definitely on the way out, but I'm not too stressed. I'm gonna use the core and hopefully get a little bit of money for them. But I'm going single turbo, obviously. And my reason for not going upgraded twins is purely just because of low end torque. I didn't want too much low end torque, and the issue with upgraded twins is they have too much low end torque. So I'm staying stock motor until this shit grenades itself. So while I'm staying stock motor, I am without doubt going a big turbo setup. Damn, this head mount, I'm trying to get it right for y'all, but I'm too fucking tall for this shit, bro. Y'all are like in the stratosphere. Let me see. I gotta lean y'all down a little bit. There we go. That looks better. I'm sorry, y'all are fucking, you're basically touching the roof of the car. I hope you know that. I'm a little too tall to be doing a head mount, but we make it work. So currently we're on the way to get myself some more nic, because I'm a nicotine fucking addict. What's new? It's your average BMW driver. But yeah, plans for the car, like I said, we're just gonna go single turbo. Once she gets up to temp, I'm gonna do some rips and I'll stop fucking yapping, because easily my biggest thing I hate when review videos or point of view drives, that type of thing, is how much those motherfuckers be talking, bro. They just be talking. And if I'm watching a video on an Aston Martin Valkyrie, yeah, sure, maybe I want to learn about it. But on your full bolt-on 400 horsepower 335 IS, I think everybody kind of gets an idea what the car's about. Especially with fucking TikTok. TikTok has completely changed, at least in my opinion. BMWs, it seems like everybody and their mom wants a BMW now because of TikTok, which that's fine by me. I guess give the brand more publicity, even though it's fucking one of the most popular car brands, I'd say. But all that means is all these dumbass kids are going to be crashing their 335 ISs and 335s, and it's going to mean part outs are going to be a lot cheaper. So as far as me, I'm okay with it. That was a little too rough. But yeah, this is my my first manual. I've had the car almost close to a year now, so I'm very comfortable with it. The latest thing I've been trying to get better and better at is just heel toe. I go for purely efficiency rather than just speed. While when I first started, all I cared about was speed, how quick I was shifting, that type of thing. When now I'm like, I don't really give a shit. I could care less. I'm just here to enjoy the car. Sometimes instinctively I'll heel toe and I don't even think about it. Other times I just downshift or shift as normal. So it all depends. But you know, it is definitely a fun first manual car, that's for sure. This car I learned manual on, so definitely can't get any more fun than this. I came from a NA N52, so the power of what, that's probably, I don't know, 190 wheel horsepower on a good day, and this thing's probably close to, I don't know, 390 wheel maybe on 93. So it's definitely a big jump. Doesn't take a genius to tell you that much. But I can say one thing for sure, I still yearn for more power. This is plenty fast. I could definitely be complacent with this type of power. But my whole reason for getting this car and wanting N54s and wanting a 335i for so long, it's just purely because I want to go single turbo. I love how it sounds. I love the power delivery. I love every aspect of it. If I didn't, I'd have upgraded twins by now. But I don't want to have to worry about that. I don't want to have to worry about the torque. I don't want to have to worry about my stock block wanting to shoot a fucking rod through the air or spin a rod or God knows. So the plan, like I said, we're going single turbo, and we're just gonna see how long this motor lasts. And she blows, we'll go built motor then. But yeah, what are you gonna do? But we're currently in the city. I don't take the IS in here unless I have to, but it is what it is. But last thing I need is some fucking slammed Civic on 14-inch reps to hit me with no insurance, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, once she gets up to temp, I'll put the windows down a little bit and I'll start ripping her. That way you guys can hear it I love the bang off limiter, that's for sure. So you guys would definitely enjoy that. But yeah, I got home from work probably about 30 minutes ago, if that. I was like, you know what? It's nice enough out. Let's take the IS for a drive. I really only drive it when I want to. I have my work vehicle, so unless it's needed, I don't have to drive her. Purely just so I don't continue putting unnecessarily miles on it. But at the same time, as a car, it's meant to be driven. So I'm not too stingy, but if I don't have to drive it at 1 a.m. when it's 10 degrees outside, I'm not gonna drive it. I'll take the fucking van. But yeah, it's all circumstantial. This is my absolute realistic dream car. I'll think about this scenario so many times, but if someone offered me X amount of cash, it would have to be something unbelievable for me to take it, purely just because I still have so much more I want to do to this car. This has been what I've wanted for the past 3 or 4 years, and I've thought out so much in my head. I've planned it out. I've said I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and of course I was drawn back by the N52, which is still a phenomenal motor, phenomenal car, but it's fucking slow as hell. Come on, let's be real. There's no way around it. It's an NA straight 6. It's never meant to be fast, but I yearn for more power. And my example of the N52 I had was a piece of shit. It was so neglected, it was unreal. I dumped so much money into it, I can't even fathom and begin to tell you how much. But the average N52 you're gonna see on the road, unbelievably reliable. You genuinely, it's almost like a Honda. You kind of have to try to ruin them. But yeah, I don't know. I miss my M52, man. I love it, but that shit was slow. There's no way around it. Currently, we got on the winter wheels that I showed y'all earlier. As far as grip and not going 160 into a pole, it's gonna be a 50-50. These things are pretty fucking dog shit. So when it comes to grip, first, second, and third are pretty much they're pretty much just a suggestion. It's not until we get a little more speed and momentum where we're not going to be spinning every single gear. But that's purely because these are just winter tires. You know, they're cheap tires. These wheels, they're M3 reps. You know, it's nothing crazy. The 313Ms though, with the PS4Ss, it's a different fucking story, and more especially handling rather than just grip. Obviously, yeah, grip's so much better, but the handling aspect is the biggest thing I noticed right away when I threw these wheels on. I went to go take a turn that I normally take all the time, and I took it exactly how I would with the PS4s, and I just understeered like a mother. So since then, I kind of got a little reality check. Yeah, well, maybe these fucking Bridgestone winter tires aren't the same as summer Pilot Sport 4Ss. So definitely doesn't take a genius to tell, but yeah, that's one thing for sure. But I'm enjoying these winter tires. It's something different, and it's fun to just beat the fucking shit out of the car and bounce it off limiter. So that's always a blast. I've always wanted a manual Honda, so this is kind of like my baby. This is like my manual Honda that I get to rip off limiter. But one thing I'm always super conscientious about is just low end torque. That is what kills these motors. So if I can help it, I'm not getting the boost that low, because these twins, they spool up, I think it's around 2500 RPM. So you floor it that low, they're gonna hit full boost before you know it, and that's not gonna be a happy story. So I would like to keep my rods in my engine. So yeah, we're not gonna continue doing all that, but I'll catch y'all when I'm back from getting Nick.